The mattress in the 1900s was built for durability. Homes used coil springs wrapped in horsehair or layers of wool. Each mattress had a firm core that resisted sagging. Feather beds were often added on top for softness and insulation. They were fluffed every morning, restoring loft and comfort. You could hear the slight creak of springs as you shifted. Bedding layers were carefully arranged. A cotton sheet went next to the body, then a wool blanket, followed by a heavier quilt. Each layer had a purpose. Wool retained warmth even when damp. Cotton absorbed moisture from sweat. Quilts provided weight and insulation. Pillows were smaller and firmer. Feathers were the primary filling. Homeowners adjusted the fill to maintain neck support. They required regular shaking and sunning. Sunlight killed pests and kept feathers dry. Bed frames were solid wood, often oak or maple. They were built to last decades. Some frames had storage drawers underneath or simple compartments. These kept linens or valuables tucked away. The structure provided stability and prevented mattress sag. Sheets back then were all made from natural fibers. Cotton, linen, or sometimes a blend was pretty common. Folks would often starch and iron them to get that real smooth finish. Having smooth sheets actually reduced friction, which helped people get a better night's sleep. Now, the whole process was pretty labor-intensive, but it did help those sheets last a whole lot longer. The way a room was set up really made a difference for sleep. Beds were usually placed away from drafts, most times against a solid wall. Curtains or rugs were used to insulate the floors and walls, making things cozier. This kind of placement also helped cut down on noise and kept out unwanted light. All these little details worked together to make the room more comfortable and warm. Now, when it comes to the old bedding system, walls and floors played a pretty big role. Wood paneling or thick plaster, helped retain heat inside the room. Floors were often covered with rugs or straw mats, which added another layer of warmth. All these layers worked together to keep rooms from feeling cold at night. Nighttime routines? Well, they really reinforced how effective the bedding could be. Most homes were quiet by 9 in the evening. Folks would fluff their blankets, arrange their pillows, and make sure there was good ventilation without any drafts sneaking in. Doors got closed, fires were banked for safety, and even the animals were settled down for the night. There's still modern applicability to these old ways. Natural fibers, for instance, still provide comfort and durability. Layering your blankets gives you better temperature control. Pillows, well, they ought to be fluffed and rotated from time to time. Placing your bed near a wall helps cut down on drafts. These time-tested techniques can really improve sleep quality, all without needing any fancy gadgets. So, the takeaway here is pretty clear. Durability, natural materials, and layering were all key to getting a restful night's sleep back in the 1900s. Paying attention to these little details helped bedding last longer and made things a whole lot more comfortable. Go ahead and try out these methods today to sleep better and preserve your bedding. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles. Share this video if you know someone who values a bit of historical wisdom in their modern life.